Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, and throughout the course of this week we will be taking a look at XCOM Enemy Within. This is the expansion to one of the best games from 2012, XCOM Enemy Unknown. I say that because it was one of my favorite games, and it was also nominated and won Game of the Year through several outlets. Now XCOM Enemy Within is fundamentally the same base game as Enemy Unknown, just with a ton of additions, such as new soldier abilities, new weapons and equipment, new enemies, a new resource, as well as brand new maps for both the single player and multiplayer. Now what I plan to do this week is take you through the gameplay as I experience it while playing through. So we're going to start off here with a fresh new game, and then once we're done with this video, I'm probably going to play for a few hours, and then I'll give you guys an update video, and then I'll continue to do that throughout the course of this week. Basically, I just want to take a look and show off some of these new additions as they unfold throughout the course of the game. So we're going to start a brand new game here, just plan to do a normal one. And I'm also going to enable the meld tutorial, because that's specifically what I'd like to show you here in this video, because meld is the brand new resource that is used to purchase some of these interesting upgrades here in this game. I'm also going to get rid of that beginner VO, because I did play quite a bit of this in the past and I remember all the basics. We also have all these second wave options from that second wave DLC. Kind of interesting, adds just a bunch of variety to the gameplay with some randomization and things of that nature. But I think that's pretty much what we want to do here. So let's go ahead and start a game as we jump into XCOM Enemy Within. So again, this is fundamentally the same game. The base game is exactly the same. If you were to start a fresh game and do the beginner tutorial, it would be the same tutorial that you did in Enemy Unknown. The exact same one, and you'll go through the same paces and the same storyline beats. Obviously though, new things are being added into it. Again, abilities, equipment, enemies, and brand new maps and stuff like that. So it's interesting, you know, this is an expansion that's actually been pretty highly praised, which makes me happy because, like I said, I really liked XCOM Enemy Unknown. It was one of my favorite games of last year. The question is being raised, though, when it comes to this expansion, is it really worth 30 bucks? And I think that's a fair question, because the full game, when it launched, wasn't much more expensive than that. I believe the launch price was somewhere between $40 and $50, if I recall correctly. So the fact that an expansion, which is the same game but just beefed up, costs $30, and you do need the base game in order to get this thing. So it's quite an investment. And as I play through the game this week, hopefully I'll be able to answer that question for you. But beyond my opinion, it does seem like a lot of outlets and a lot of personalities on YouTube and just on the internet in general are praising this game very highly. They're saying that this expansion is well worth the $30. They make some fantastic improvements.
Oh, Commander.
And I hope that's the case.
In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, even the same introductory cinematic. It's funny. We'll see. I hope it turns out to be worth it. You know, at its face, I would look at this and be like, so it's just the same game with some improvements. How is this an expansion? But again, I've heard really good things, so I think I'm gonna pick Africa. I really like the extra funding. This is going to be very interesting for me as well, because it's been so long since I played Enemy Unknown. I think it's literally been like about a year since I played this game, so it's just going to be interesting re-experiencing it with all this new stuff. All right, so here's the meld tutorial.
That object is different from the others. It does not appear to be the same type of pod we've seen used by the aliens during their abduction operations. We may gain new insights if we recover it.
This appears to be a containment device of some kind. We can only assume it has an internal self-destruct mechanism like the other alien equipment. Although it must have already been disabled somehow.
Be advised, Commander. Intel confirms enemy activity in this area.
There may be additional canisters like this one in the area. The more we can recover, the more we'll learn about what's inside them.
Any others you find may still have operational self-destruct modules. Be careful.
Okay, finally they've stopped talking. So just as a quick recap, this is the first level in a brand new game, so we're gonna go through the whole aliens exist, whoa. But this melding, a brand new resource for this expansion, which allows you to purchase some of these new upgrades and equipment and stuff like that, I'm assuming anyways. These will be placed on the maps that you go throughout the course of the game, and the idea is you need to move to them and collect them before their self-destruct timer runs out, which is all based on the turn-based gameplay. And actually, in this first episode for this week, I am going to just go through some of the basics of this game. For people who maybe have never played Enemy Unknown and are just getting into this for the first time. There's an alien. Oh my gosh, aliens exist. So XCOM Enemy Unknown, or this expansion, XCOM Enemy Within, this is a turn-based strategy game in which you've got these crew of soldiers, and they've got a set number of actions for any given turn, and you need to use them and try to figure out the best use of their actions and positioning, and you know, there's all sorts of different things you can do, throwing grenades, doing Overwatch, which essentially allows you to shoot at the first enemy that crosses through your line of sight. So if you get a good position and you expect enemies to move through that position, that's a very good action to take. I'm gonna move this guy right over. What are you doing? I want to move you here. Oh, you can't move there. You literally don't have the capabilities. Okay, so I'm gonna move you here, and then with this last guy, we're gonna throw Overwatch up. There we go. So that is my turn. I've used up all the actions for my crew, and oh, an alien shows up, and he's gonna go do, try to shoot my friend, and he will do. Oh my lord! He's almost killed my friend. Oh, that's really bad. All right, so we're gonna have to find a way to deal with him, and we do that by shooting someone in the face, and we do that by getting closer to them and, like I said, shooting them in the face. So we're gonna actually move to this cover here, and we're gonna try to get a shot, see what our percentage chance to hit. Only 38% chance to hit. I am not too pleased with that. Yuck. Well, let me move her here, and let me see if she's got a better chance to hit. She has literally no line of sight. All right, who else do we have before I commit to any of this? This guy's got a shot. He's got a 25% chance to hit. This poor guy, he's almost dead. We're gonna move him here. And I'm not too thrilled with the percentage chances, but I think we're just gonna go for it because I don't want to use the. Oh, thank the Lord, that hit. Beautiful. Okay, so I don't want to use explosives because if you use explosive against aliens, you can't collect them. You can't dissect their body, essentially. So, and that's something that you do want to do in this game. Now, I'd like to move someone up to the high ground, and I'm going to try to pick a good weapon for that. Actually, they're all. Oh yeah. Because this is the first level, none of these guys are specialized now. You've got specializations like sniper classes, people that run around with shotguns, the support classes, all sorts of different things. Basically boils down to like healers, close quarter combat, things of that nature. And all that will be uncovered as you move your way throughout the course of the game. Just again, as a reminder, I'm saying all this basic stuff because I want to do just a quick overview for people who aren't familiar. So yes, every character has a set number of actions, so you'll see just moving there used up the first action. Now for the second action, I can move him further, or I can choose to do Overwatch, shooting someone in his line of sight, throwing a grenade, or hunkering down, which will give him more defensive capabilities. You can see doubles cover bonus and provides immunity to critical hits, but also reduces the sight radius. I'm going to choose Overwatch here just in case any aliens pass by. And now that we've used up our turn, the aliens get their turn. And then it just goes like that, back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so we've got this person right up top here. I'd like to move her just further and further down to be able to be responsive to whatever happens on the ground. If we catch aliens in the back or in the front, I'd like to be able to move her. And then we're gonna go ahead and open the door. That does not use up a movement. If you are physically right next to something, you can, if you're physically right next to a door, you can open it and peek through without using up a move for the turn. We're gonna open up this door, gives us some vision into that next area. Okay, no aliens. And for her last move for the turn, instead of pushing, actually we'll see what we'll do. I'm gonna first, we gotta be really careful with that guy who's injured though. And I'm gonna move this guy actually right over here. He's got some good cover. So the cover system. Oh, here we go. There's that second melding. So we've got this little countdown here. That's the self-detonation device. It's everything he's explaining right here. Basically what it is once you visually get eyes on it, you're going to see the countdown that's available. This is the turn base, so I've got 5 turns to get to this melding before it self-destructs. There was a similar self-destruction in the original XCOM Enemy Unknown. As far as I remember, it wasn't for melding though. Melding is that new resource, as mentioned. So I've got 5 turns to get someone over there and collect it. Otherwise, I simply don't get it. The other way you can guarantee you collect it is by eliminating or completing all the objectives on the map, which for this one, it's just to if we killed all the enemies, the game just assumes, okay, all the enemies are dead. You're gonna be able to safely collect that, so they give it to you. Okay, so gonna be able to do a couple things here. I think we're gonna move this guy. Maybe we'll move him over here. And for her last move, it doesn't look like we've got any alien activity. We're gonna throw an Overwatch though, just in case for some odd reason aliens decide to walk into here for their move, which I don't think they're going to do. Okay, so none of that happened. We're gonna keep her up top to be responsive once again. We've got 4 turns to get to that thing. So what I'm gonna do first is, where's this guy gonna go? This guy, okay, we're gonna move him up to take cover at the door. Oh, he is very low health. That was really stupid. He should not be in harm's way at any point. It's just not a good move. We're gonna move her up here.
Target acquired.
Okay, so there's a target. Oh, please don't shoot the guy who's super low. Oh, thankfully he retreated. That makes me happy. And for this guy, we're gonna try to move him to the meld so that he can collect it. We're gonna give him some nice defensive position here, though. You can see that wall corner will give him defensives from over there. And this should also give us line of sight into this room, since we're hunkered up right next to it. So there it is. And then finally, this person, since we have spotted an alien down here, what I'm gonna do with her actually is move her right up to the edge, and I'd like to see. I wonder if we get a good line of sight here. 65% chance from the high ground. Here we go. Beautiful.
Kill confirmed.
Kill confirmed. Excellent. Love it. So now the aliens move. It's going to count down to 3, so we've got now 3 turns to get that last thing. And I'm going to go to the girl up top, and I'm going to actually run her across.
Time to motor.
See if we can discover any aliens back here.
Got a visual.
Aha, there's one more alien. I think that's the last one here for this melding tutorial map. So we know where it is, and we're going to be able to move up on it. And then what I'd like to do, actually, let me run her up here.
On the move.
Run this person up here. I'm going to keep my injured guy down here, and I'm actually going to get him to just as safe cover as possible, just away from everything, because if you lose him, that's it. He's done. And I'm going to move this guy to get our collection right now. So we're going to move up and go ahead and click on this to collect it. He does get a second move for the turn, and I think that will be...
Excellent work, Commander. That should provide us with an ample supply.
I think we'll do hunker down to keep him safe. Okay, and then we just have the last alien. Alien's gonna move for the turn. He throws on Overwatch, that's fine. Pretty sure this guy's dead meat. Let's go up to our guys on the roof.
Moving to position.
First move. And we got a 50% chance. Let's try it. It worked. That is it. So we have completed the first tutorial mission, introducing us to the melding, which once more is this new resource here in XCOM Enemy Within. Completed all of our objectives for the turn, killed the aliens, excellent, didn't lose anyone, excellent, and collected all of the melding, 2 of 2 on this particular map. So then we'll just go through. It's going to begin with the basic introductions to all the different portions of the home base, which I don't want to
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander.
go through these cutscenes.
I'm Central Officer Brett.
Because these are the same cutscenes I've been through a million times. But now we've got the specialization. This will be especially interesting for people who haven't played this game before. As you level up your characters, they start off as a base level, but then they specialize, and you can see there are, right here, we've got examples of 4 specialized classes. There's a heavy, a support, an assault, and a sniper. And as you upgrade them, they've got their skill trees, in which they can learn all sorts of different things as they level up, getting them progressively more and more effective in combat. And the cool thing is that it really gives a sense of wanting to keep these guys alive because you want them to level up and you want them to get as strong as possible, but you will lose them. This is XCOM. Things will die. It happens on a regular basis. Okay. So this is the main base, and we've got all sorts of different parts to it: research, engineering, barracks, hangar. There's a situation room, but again, we're in the intro, so we haven't been introduced to that. But I don't want to take you through all this basic tutorial stuff. I'm just going to make my way through it myself, and then what we'll do is we're going to do another video in the next day or so as I've played a few hours of the game, and I'll give you another update as to some of the new things that I've encountered in Enemy Within as opposed to the things that were available in Enemy Unknown. And I guess that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned this week once again as we continue to take a look at XCOM Enemy Within. I've heard great things. I hope it pans out. I loved Enemy Unknown, and if this is just a better version of that game, well then fantastic. I'm happy with that. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning.